So for the record, they've calmed down so much that this cow lost her collar somewhere last night, we don't know where, and she stood here for the entire milking process with no collar on at the gate, just patiently waiting. And again, that's what we were talking about with training. So, all right, Millie, come on, out you go. Back to the barn, hey? That's it. Come on. Big girl. Out you go. Out you go, come on. Keep going. You can't stay here. You gotta go eat some hay. There you go. Big girl, jump over. Big step. That's it. No, that would be the wrong direction. You gotta go the other way. You gotta go that way. Come on. Way you go. Way you go. Out you go. Keep her going. They get all slow and clumsy like this in a tie stall a lot of times. I installed milking equipment for about 1.5 years when my wife and I first got married. And so we installed just parlors, brand new milking parlors. So that would be for a freestall system. Could be for a pack as well, but these were all for freestall systems. And in a couple of situations, somebody was switching from a tie stall to a freestall. Usually when you get to a certain size, tie stalls just more labor intensive, and so they switched to a freestall. But anyway, the cows are all just slow and clumsy like that because they're so used to being handled that we have to like push in, oh, I don't know, probably 75% of the cows had to be pushed into the new parlor because they're just, well, it's new for them, right? And a freestall cow is a little bit more skittish, so if you go behind it and say, hey, you know, they'll go running. Tie stall cow is like, nah, I don't feel like moving. And so they just stand there, and you literally have to just heave with your shoulder trying to shove these cows in for the first, you know, 2, 3, 4 milkings, still to get used to the idea of going into a parlor. So anyway, it's kind of amusing. So everybody's in here now. We got heifers as well. There's 11 head in here now. And we got our locking head gates all work. I really hope it's gonna work tomorrow because it's the only thing I got for locking these guys up. The milk cows, of course, could be locked up into the parlor as well if necessary. And that probably would work, but the young stock, not so much. So we'll find out tomorrow, see how well it goes. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So as farmers, we quite often go on adventures. It's not just for city folks, we got adventures too. This morning we're missing a cow. And the cow that we're missing is supposed to have a baby. So now we're on a treasure hunt and adventure. We go into the wild forest. Hey, trying to film over here. We're gonna go through the wild here. We're gonna find it. Now, I just seen her head poke up over there, so it's not as big of a mystery, but it's still fun. And we're hoping we'll have a baby calf. Of course, you never know. In agriculture, there's good times, there's bad times. Sometimes, calf's stuck, or the calf's dead. Sometimes the cow is lame. I know this one's not because she was just standing. But if they push out too big of a calf, it happens in humans too, I guess. It could damage their spine, and you could end up with a lame cow. It could be all sorts of stuff. But I would say 9 times out of 10, everything's perfectly fine. And these Yaroslav calves seem to be pretty small and easy to push out. So I'm not super worried. It's a good chance to check out pasture though. So there's still considerable feed volume here. I would say overall grass length is still about 1 foot. We don't really want to keep it or get it down below 5 inches. So this here is a shorter section. It may have been shorter already anyway, but there's not as much here. But like this section's pretty good. So there, it's low again. So we're getting towards the end of our pasture. Now we will be overgrazing it this year simply because we don't have another pasture. And we'll be supplementing with hay. The cows now already get hay in the barn, and then they can eat whatever they want out here. And that'll help us extend this pasture into the fall. Long term, we'll have another pasture where we can rotate, but we haven't got that far yet. All right, now, where did she go? Cut the tops off. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. That'll help. Cutting the tops off will help stimulate growth in it. I literally just seen her. You see her? Oh yeah, I see her down there now. Alright, we'll tune you back in when we get there. Alright, so there she is. It looks like she's licking something. Yeah, and it just jiggled. Now, these are new cow stalls. I don't think she's going to be a problem, but we don't really know. That's a big calf. You all right, girl? Looks pretty good so far. Now it's laying on its side. That's normal. We got another bull. Oh, why so many bulls? You all right, girl?
You're okay.
Hey, Nelly. That's a big head on that calf.
Yeah, you did good. You did good.
You all right?
Yeah, all right.
We're gonna back off. We're gonna let you do your thing.
Yeah, you did good, Mom.
Now, just to let you know, you do have an appointment with the veterinarian in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So if you could kindly wipe your feet and make it up to the barn. Mm-hmm. Well, that head's pretty big. There's loads of feed down there. Yeah, it's funny, eh? Because everything closer to the barn's pretty well nibbled off. Down in the corner, there's lots.
Come on, Mom.
Look at that head. I just turn him around. He's kind of rolled downhill right now.
I wanted his head to be downhill so he drains it.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, looks good.
You're okay, Nelly. You're all right. Hey, while we're down here, do you mind telling us where your collar went? Yeah, I don't understand that. Maybe in English.
Yeah, good job, man.
Można po-ruski. Hey, you left it around here someplace.
Oh, look at that. Good job.
I think it's stronger than the other one.
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot bigger, too.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the second calf born on Countryside Acres.
He's so cute.
When do you suppose, my brain thinks a funny thing, but when do you suppose the last time a calf was born on this grass?
If ever?
If ever.
Don't know.
Well, I'm sure sometime. The world's been ticking for 6,000 years. I'm sure some Russian feller walked through here before with a cow.
Yeah, good job, Mom.
You're all right. We're just here for observation.
Yeah, maybe step back so she can.
Calf looks good.
Well, step back a little. Maybe she'll feel more comfortable with it.
Well, I don't think she's going to come up with it today.
There we go.
Look at the size of that udder.
I know. Look at the size of that bowl. Man, he's a big boy. That's good.
If you're wondering right now, she's peeing, as I've said before, how they arch their back when they go pee. That's why a trainer and a tie stop, when they arch their back, it lifts and it hits the trainer, and they're like, hey, that doesn't feel good, and they back up and they pee in the gutter because of the arch. Well, don't be lazy. Get up. Come on now. That's a joke, folks. It can lay there as long as it likes. I like to see them up within an hour, though, after birth.
Yeah,
Looks
he's
like it's
definitely
pretty
healthy,
new.
though. It looks good.
All right, we are out in the pasture here. We're about a half an hour from the vet's getting here. Gonna go check on this cow again. We finished chores and breakfast. This is a real joy to me. Now, I didn't bring Finn because I said, well, I don't know how these cows are gonna react. I just got the older three boys here, but I had a nice long conversation with my oldest boy yesterday on the phone, and man, I wish he was here too, but I understand he's got things going for him in Canada too, and it would be a joy. But it sure is a joy. I'm walking through this pasture here with three of my sons, and you know, they're keen to farm. They're keen to do what we're doing, and that's why we're here. Honestly, people ask, why did you go to Russia? Well, because I don't see a future in Canada, period. Economically, the place is a disaster, and for farming too, I just don't see a future. The costs are way too high, and these kids wouldn't be able to farm. And is it impossible? No, there's people out there that buy a farm still, but it's pretty hard to successfully farm now unless somebody throws a lot of money at it for you. And we just physically would not be able to, financially be able to throw money at all of our kids for farming. Maybe one of them, maybe two of them would get a shot at it. That's it. Here in Russia, they have that opportunity, and I'm super thankful for that. And it's just exciting. Here they are. They're just excited about it. He's coming with a wheelbarrow. Now, why is he coming with a wheelbarrow? Newborn calves do not walk very fast. Okay, so we're going to put them in the wheelbarrow and give them a free ride up. And we need to bring that cow up because the vet needs to come. So that's something different for us. In Canada, we don't have that, but here it's mandatory. Every 6 months, they got to come and test for certain diseases. And at first, I didn't really understand that. It makes more sense now. We've eradicated a lot of things in the West that they haven't eradicated here. And it's harder to eradicate here. Coast to coast in North America, you've got 3 countries. And they all follow basically the same stipulation. So it's pretty easy to keep diseases out, pretty easy to eradicate stuff. Here, I mean, well, obviously you'd have to go through a bunch of countries, but you're connected to, I don't know how many countries. Lots. You know, you got land borders, but there's no water borders. So Russia's pretty big. But I mean, south of us, how many countries are we touching? You get into Europe, how many countries are you touching? And so every place has its own. There's not a unified system where they can, you know, contain diseases. And even within Russia, it's not necessarily all unified. And so it's harder. And that's why they do more testing, because it's harder to control the spread of diseases. So once I understood that, I'm like, yeah, okay, that's a little bit more logical. That makes a little bit more sense. And that's why we test. It's still a pain, and actually I have to pay for it, and I think that's kind of silly. Since it's government mandated, government should cover it, is my opinion. It's not my choice to test these things every 6 months. Logically, if you keep a closed herd, which we always intend to do, you don't bring any new stuff in, then there's no reason for any diseases to get here. The only way disease could be getting to our farm right now is when the veterinarians bring it, because they visited another farm and then come here without washing their boots. So we're going to make them wash their boots. Justin did that last time too when they came. We were in Canada at that time, and this time we're going to make them wash their boots again. It's your best defense of keeping diseases away is proper sanitation and hygiene, and making sure that everybody visits is clean. So we're going to be doing that again, but that's really the only way. We don't buy animals in, right? The ones that we brought in were already tested for all these diseases. Now we're going to test again every 6 months. No matter how closed we are, every 6 months we have to test for these things. So I think it's kind of overkill and ridiculous, and something I wouldn't mind seeing change down the road. Or at least if you want to test them, fine, but then you pay for it, not me. It's another burden for the farmer. So, but here we are. By the way, our vet's very easy to work with. I've talked to some people in other areas. It's a royal pain in the neck. Our vet is doing very good trying to explain things to us and making our transition easier. Not changing the rules, it's just working with us to, you know, it's a totally new system for us. We don't do things like this where we're from. So here she is again. What a gorgeous day. Look, I mean, you got green grass, you got a cow, you got a baby calf, you got a blue sky. You know, trees in the background. What gets better than that right there? That's a photo perfect picture right there. It's amazing. So she's all right. I don't think she's going to bother us one bit. I'm not sure if the calf's been up yet. Just be careful, boys. She's checking you out. Yeah, anyway, she might just go eat that hay. Maybe. You know, we didn't bring that hay for you to eat, eh? That's a wheelbarrow. You're all right, girlie. So this is Nellie. And she's a little bit more high-strung. I wouldn't say she's dangerous by any means, but she's just a little bit more ornery. And we noticed that when we got her, and even now she's settled down a lot, but she's still kind of ornery compared to the other ones. This is an electric wheelbarrow we got. Pretty cool little feature on the farm. Somebody gifted us this wheelbarrow for the kids. And it's been a real asset because we use it for all sorts of stuff. It's up on its own feet.
Big head.
Oh, that's a big calf. Whoop, still a little wobbly. All right, Mom. Okay, you scoop it up, put it in here, and then she can have a lick at it while it's in there. So you get one arm behind the back legs and one underneath the head. And then you pick it up without folding the calf in half. You're all right, Mom.
I can't do that. It's like all folded over.
Oh, yeah, they flop in the middle a little bit. You're okay. All right, now you Your job is to stay in the bucket. You're okay. All right, wiggle. All right, so I want her to make sure she knows it's in there. You boys back up a minute. Let her get a sniff of that wheelbarrow. You'll find your calf. It's in the wheelbarrow. No, don't run away on us. Main reason is because I don't want her to be wandering around the pasture looking for it. I want her to know that we got it. Yep. It's right there. Well, I told you it was there. Your calf just gained a set of wheels. Isn't that awesome? There it is. Now we're going to bring it up to the barn. And you are going to cooperate. Come on, girlie. That is a big anthill. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stay in the bucket. Trying to do this one-handed. Hey, you run the wheelbarrow. I can film. How's that sound? You okay? Bet you didn't know your calf could roll that fast. Again, so blessed to live here. Amazing. The opportunities that come in life. We've worked very hard for this. Nobody gave it to us, but we had the opportunity. They could have rejected us, right, when we applied to be allowed to live in this country. And sure, it's only temporary for now, but we're here. We're doing it. We got a farm. A lot of the infrastructure built. We're going to keep building, continue investing, and we're living life. It's right there. There's life. All right, girlie, take a sniff. That's your baby. All is well. It's amazing how much grass is still here, eh, boys?
Yeah. How come the cows aren't eating this?
Oh, they are. They ate most of the stuff down there. It's less walking.
You said that you didn't think they're having shade over there?
Under the tree? No, I think they got lots of shit.
Because
Yeah.
it's like patted down like mud.
So they do lay down there? That's good.
It's like dirt.
Yeah, the farther down we go, the more grass grows. But I think it's closer to the barn, so they've been eating everything up at the top. There's loads of grass down here. I think we got another month of pasture out here, and with all that rain we just had, it'll grow even faster.
They're not solar.
Well, I do want you, so Mom and I were discussing that you're going to take the harrows and you're going to harrow everything on that side of the hydro wash, and then I'm going to mow it, because that stuff's pretty well done. By clipping it, it'll promote it to start growing better again. And then we'll leave this side alone.
Then they'll have to come down here if they want something.
What's that?
Then they'll have to come down here if they want to eat different pets.
Yeah, exactly.
Like stuff there.
Yeah, and it'll spread out the cow poop that's up there in the anthills. No, it'll be good. This stuff right here, that's the yummy goodness right here, is cow poop. Alright, spread that out, that makes grass grow right there. Alright, look at it's attracting bugs. See, there was a spider there, another bugs right there, crawling all through it. That's life. To some people, those are just bugs. To us, that's life. Because those bugs turn all of this into yummy topsoil, which makes more grass grow. It's a cycle. And their own survival depends on it. Okay, look at that beetle. He's playing around in that muck. He just loves the poop. So they're going to turn it into topsoil, which is going to grow more grass, which means we can feed more cows, which is going to produce more poop, which is going to help more bugs grow. Onward and onward. The sheep poop you can't see as easy because they're little balls and they're all over the place. Cow poop obviously is easier to see because it comes in big patties. And it helps grow. The other thing I want to show you is where we put the bales last year. So, this is one spot. I don't know if you can tell. It's darker green right here compared to beside here. So if we can look at individual leaf. Here's one from beside. Alright, and here's the same. Hold out your hand, buddy. Put that in your hand. Hold it. Don't let it blow away. Alright, and here is the same leaf from in it. Now I don't know if the colors show up. And you guys see a color difference there. This bigger leaf is darker green than this lighter leaf, or the smaller leaf. And the bigger one is from where this hay is. So all of the stuff in here is a darker green. And it's also bigger and more luscious. So what's lacking in our soil is organic matter and nutrients. And so by feeding the bales out here, we did that last year. It looks kind of messy for a while because you end up with these spots. Okay? But it brings a lot of nutrients in, and we're going to keep doing it. This winter we'll do it again and again. And slowly but surely we build up organic matter in the soil, get more bugs going in there, and we get more crop. So here you got it again, if you can see that, how luscious this is compared to beside it. Okay, so here's the hay and stuff that's laying here. It's giving nutrients into the soil, and right beside it there's nothing. And there's a complete color difference. Again, I don't know if it shows up on camera. There's a couple of good spots. Here's a good one. Maybe from a drone view you'd see it. I think you guys can see that. You can see a circle here where the veil is. And it's a completely different color. And healthier grass is growing in it. So anyway, that's what we're going to keep working on. All this poop needs to be spread out. So in a paddy like this, it does less. I mean, it's still giving nutrients. But if we can take our harrows, we're going to go through with our tire harrows, and we're going to spread all that out. And it'll go over. Look at all the bugs in there. That is wonderful. Now, I bet you when you turned on your YouTube today, you were not expecting to stare at cow poop. But if you like drinking milk in the store, then cow poop is very important stuff. Because that is what builds good feed. Very nice.
Hey everyone, I'm just going to take the camera out to the barn. The vets just came today. Do some stuff a bit different than what we're used to in Canada, so maybe you'll be interested in seeing that. But yeah, they're just gonna, I think they're doing blood work for the sheep, and also gonna do a vet check on the cows since they haven't since we came yet. So yeah, right now they're doing the sheep. They will do the cows. We made some head gates. My dad made some head gates for the cows to lock them up, but trying to get the new heifers into them is a little bit of a pain, and also they are stressed out, so they're trying to pull back, and things aren't going quite as planned, but we'll see how it goes and take it as it comes. What you doing? What you doing? Are you watching them? Yeah, what are they doing? I can't hear you, you have to look at me. They're doing blood work, right? Perfect.
Got it in?
Yeah.
There you go. Why don't you do that right away? Rodeo's a lot funner when you're ready. I was just told to come out and look at this. I can just very well imagine what is going to happen here in a minute. I don't know if it's a good idea, but they're doing it. They're having fun. That's what matters, as long as nobody falls off. There's a happy calf.
Carried into the neighbor's house.
Pardon the mess here right now.
Doo-doo! Woohoo!
This is the first calf that was born. I'm just moving her to another pen, and well, that's a fence. You can't go through there. Oh my, where'd that come from? My mom never told me about them fences.
Hi, buddy. Ah, Lucy.
Oh, didn't tell me about dogs either.
Lucy. Come. Lucy. Come.
Hey, are you guys my mom? Good day, mama. Good day, my mama.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, you're pretty happy to be out, aren't you?
You're all right, Bruce. But I do need you to go back in your pen.
The other one's Henry.
Henry? Bruce and Henry. Okay, Bruce, you about done galloping and playing and having fun? Yeah?
Yeah.
Gonna come and say hi now? Thanks for letting me out, Mom. All right, back in your pen.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life.